Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a cute sparkly set. We're going to be doing lavender, ombres, a little bit of diamonds, and a little bit of glitter like our sugar nails. And so I did do this set about a week or two ago. It's a little late, but we finally got to upload it. So I'm just hoping that my videos do help with a few of you guys. If you guys have any troubles with application or lifting, I do show my whole process on how I prep the nails. I show the process of how I apply the acrylic. If you guys have any questions regarding about like what exactly I'm using, you guys can always ask me that, and I'm more than happy to let you guys know what I'm using or where I got it from. But anyways, enough of that. We're going to go into priming our nails. This is for prep, and we did prime them twice. And we are going to go through all 10 fingers. That way, as we're going through all 10 fingers, they have time to dry a little bit. And that way, that second coat can adhere a little bit better. So after that, we're going to go straight in to our acrylic. So this acrylic is from Tierra Nieves. I found her a while ago, and I used a few of her powders. And so the reason why this application looks a bit more runny is because her powders really don't go well with my monomer. For some reason, I'm pretty sure they do better with like the monomer that she gets. But because I like this monomer, I just go ahead and use it for every powder. I am using my Kiara Sky monomer. I have used the Young Nails one with this powder, and it gives me the same effect. So I would just say that her liquid would probably do best with her powder. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and make it work. And we just have to work a little bit more faster to make sure it doesn't just go everywhere and we still get a nice shape. So that's a really pretty color, right? So now we're going to go ahead and go into our ombres. We are skipping the finger, like the ring nail for now, because we are going to do a glitter ombre. And I like to leave the glitter for more towards the end, because then sometimes you do get little particles into your monomer and then it goes everywhere, and that's not good. So we're going to go ahead and do these fingers right now, and then I'll let you guys watch that. So that's how I used my acrylic to make a glitter ombre. And when you do an ombre, you do want to encapsulate. So when you go to file, you're not filing into the ombre, and then that just ruins the whole look, right? So you want to just use a bead or two. Actually, just a bead, just to cover that up and give the nail a bit more shape and structure. But a bead should be good. You can always go in like with a second little bead, you know, just to kind of get the little edges or something like that. But other than that, one should be fine. What I'm doing here with these small beads, I'm just getting the corners and the edges of the nail sometimes, because I don't put too much acrylic or use too much acrylic. There could be areas that I can fill in. So you want to get the least amount of monomer into your brush to get these smaller beads, so you're able to just kind of use them on the edges and areas that necessarily aren't covered as much as they should be. So now we are starting on our second hand. Finally, I felt like we went pretty fast through this set. I already knew how the whole thing was going, so you know, I just went for it. And I really liked this application. It came out really nice, and it was pretty easy. Normally with these type of acrylics, when they're a little bit more runny, they could get a little bit more messier and things like that. But I'm guessing, just I guess with speed and practice, you know, you get better and better with being able to control the acrylic and it not going everywhere. So just as soon as I was applying that bead, my memory or storage got full or whatever, so I had to go back and fix that. So we started on this nail. This glitter here is called Dirty Sprite, and I believe it's from Nail Heaven Nail Supply. I got it a while back. It's actually very nice. Actually, no, it's not Dirty Sprite. I'm lying. It's I think I'm gonna have to get back to you guys on it. I forgot the name for it, but Dirty Sprite is also one that's very nice. It has like that purplish effect in it. This one's more like pinkish purple. I'm not sure, but it's really nice, and it went with the set, so that's why I picked it. But yeah, anyways, if you guys would like the name of this acrylic powder or acrylic glitter, just let me know. I'll give it to you guys. I would just have to go and get the name again. So I know ombres are always a trickier application, and it's a little hard in the beginning for when you're practicing it. I find it easier when you find a good acrylic, especially if it's a nude. I find it easier if the acrylic is workable, if that makes sense, because sometimes acrylics could be a little bit too pasty, and then that doesn't let you get a nice ombre. So it's best to practice and try out different products and see what works best for you. Sometimes it's not even that the ombre is hard, it's just a product that's making it not as easy for you to blend, and it's not necessarily you, it's more the product. So this one I do like the nude to ombre it out. It is from Valentino, and this one's my favorite. It does have a sheer look, so it's a sheer acrylic. So when you're doing an ombre, it's not recommended to do an ombre with a darker color because it is going to show through the color of the nude. So because this one's a lavender, it doesn't really do that, especially because I made the ending point of the lavender thinner. So as I'm ombreing the nude, it does cover it up a bit. But if I was doing like a darker purple or red, you wouldn't want to use this one because it just wouldn't work. But this one is a very good one to do with the ombres. So once we're done with the application, we're going to go in with our filing, and this is the most important, I believe, in my steps of doing nails. When I'm hand filing, that's going to be when I make the nails super perfect. That way when I go to use my e-file, it's way easier and I'm not drilling and drilling for too long. And so yeah, so this makes it easier. Everybody has their own little routine, like their nail routine, but this is how I do it. And it works best for me, honestly. I find it not time consuming, so it helps my time go by faster and I finish the nails a bit faster this way. So finally we're at our e-filing, and this is what I mean about when I hand file. I'm just going to go in with my drill to seal the cuticle and blend in the apex area, get any unwanted lumps or bumps, anything on the sides. And I went ahead and filed a little piece of acrylic that I didn't want there, which is very easy to get rid of. Whenever you see something on your nail set, make sure you take it off then and there, because you'll move on to the next step and you will forget about it. But other than that, just gonna go ahead and drill and then do a quick little file and then buff and then get ready to basically decorate and put some nail art onto the nails. We are going to be doing our sugar nail, and I really like that one. The glitter that I got, the one that I'm using, I did get it from Premier Nail Supply. That one has lasted me a very long time. It was a pretty big puck for, I don't even remember how much I got it for, but it did come with a lot of glitter, and it works for acrylic glitters, for ombre glitters, for the sugar nails. So it works for a lot of things, and I really like it. It's just glitter. It doesn't have any acrylic in it. If you ever want to make an acrylic glitter, just add clear in the glitter, and then you can always add like a light pink or a light nude if you want to give it some color. Now that we're done with all that, now we move on to the fun part. We're going to be doing a 3D white flower. So I'm going to be adding my crystals first, and that way we kind of have like a point to where we're going to follow with the petals rather than put the petals then the diamonds. Just depends on what kind of flower you're doing sometimes, but this one it just works a bit better when you put the diamond first. So I am using just a plain white when I'm doing the white 3D flowers. This one is a glow in the dark, so that's super cool. This one though, it is a plain white, but I feel like I have a couple whites, but this one has like a milky look to it. So I wish I would have used the extra white one, but it is what it is, and it came out beautiful either way. But I would prefer to use a really white, like a chalk white acrylic when you're doing the flowers. It just makes them pop out a bit more, look a bit cleaner. And white acrylics do tend to be a little bit more chalky. So when you do pick up the bead, it isn't going to just spread everywhere like how any other color would, if that makes sense. Sometimes they do hold their bead in place, so you kind of have to add a little bit more liquid. So now that we're done with that flower, we're going to go on to the next. And if you notice, when I'm putting my beads down, I'm not putting them next to each other right away. So you want to go back and forth on the areas and work through them. You want to give each bead and each petal time to dry. That way when the next petal that's next to it, when you go ahead to put some pressure, it's not going to mess up the other design. So go ahead and try that and see if that works better for you. So we're going to go ahead and finish this. And if you guys have any questions about how to do 3D flowers, I was actually thinking of making a video just on 3D stuff. So maybe whenever I have some time, I'll go ahead and do that. After we're done applying our crystals, now we're going to do our sugar nail. The reason why I waited for the sugar nail for the last of the steps is because anything with loose glitter, you do want to push towards the end, because glitter does get messy. It sticks to everything and then it starts going everywhere, and you don't want that. So once you're about to be done with your set, you want to go ahead and do that. And I'm just using a regular top coat, and then I'm going in with our glitter, making sure that it's absorbed real good. You don't want to just add a little bit, because then it's just not really too glittery. You want to keep adding it in there as the glitter is being absorbed by the gel. You're just going to go ahead and brush it off with a brush, and then we're going to go ahead and apply our glossy top coat to all 10 fingers, and finally you get a nice beautiful look. If you guys have any questions, you guys can always leave them down below in the comments. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for staying and watching. I really hope that my videos do help with any of your acrylic needs. And if you do like this video, make sure to like the video on the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.